Right folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join me with Highlander 87 here. Today we're documenting a piece of history here in Aberdeenshire. Let me get my hood up here folks. What an intro! We've been caught in a storm. We came to Aberdeenshire today to document a piece of history from the prehistoric time period, which was this ancient stone circle behind me. But in today's video it's something even cooler, or well, it depends what you're into. It's not any cooler, it's from a different time period. Today we're looking at a piece of Cold War history. I do apologise for any wind in the audio, and I apologise for raindrops on the lens. This is what these adventures are all about folks. Prehistoric history behind us, Cold War history up here, and maybe one day somebody will be laying a ritualistic offering at the entrance of this Cold War bunker, as they do with these. Sometimes the history of that sort of stuff can be misunderstood with the prehistoric history because it's unknown, but with this Cold War history, this was an ROC nuclear observation bunker built by the British government, the United Kingdom, what was it called? Early warning or whatever. Wow, look at this. This one's actually been a master post, I believe. See this here? This is where there was actually aerial stuff like mounted on. And look, it's got the old wooden shuttering, which I think means it's an old 1968 shutdown. Look, this is where the bomb power indicator device was put on, the little plate of metal. This is where the radiation detector was put on, or it came up from the inside of the bunker. And then this is where there was another piece of apparatus bolted on as well. The person would actually have to come out of the hatch to read whatever was written on this one. Yeah, wow, check this weather out folks, this is a madness. I can actually see there's a plaque there, and I think that'll be a wee bit of history about this bunker. Over the years we've documented a lot of these, all in different conditions, and today it's cool to see this one. It's got a wee bit of the original green paint and stuff remaining on it, but it's not been overly restored like some of the other ROC bunkers that I visit. Sometimes on the concrete as well, you can actually see sometimes they've written names and things in, or even written the year and dates, but I think this one's so close to the town, that'll be how it's locked up. Yeah, I just wanted to take it all in. Obviously we're moving around here pretty quick because of the weather conditions. I think the worst of the storms actually moved past us. I actually hurried the end. I don't know if you saw the last video on the channel, we were at that prehistoric stone circle, but I hurried the end of it, and I do apologise to the viewers for that, but it is one of these things. If we're in these conditions, it's cool just to get the videos recorded and get back out here, because look, we're soaking. Look at this as well folks, here's a historical item related to the bunker. This is where the water pump down at the bottom pumps the water out of a sump area, and then it comes and runs out of here. The ground zero indicator folks goes on the top, Highlander saying. That's the name of this piece of apparatus, ground zero indicator, and that was basically like a metal cylinder shaped item, probably like a foot round, and inside it there was a piece of paper, and on the outside there was little pinholes, 4 of them, so if a nuclear detonation had gone off, most commonly an airburst, then it would have actually burnt a hole into the paper, and from that they could analyse the latitude and longitude of the detonation, but also like the size of the blast, or they would get more of an idea, because all these ROC bunkers scattered over the country, they would link up the information gathered from each one, and they would get a true accurate reading of where the problem had been, where the blast had gone off. Look at this folks, I'll wipe the lens. I do apologise once again. Here's a picture of inside the bunker. This is obviously what we could see on the surface. There you go, look folks. I'm videoing this so the viewers can get an idea. I'll wipe it again so we get a clear aspect. At this point you can probably pause the video and you get an idea here of what's written. So there's a bit of fun, and these were obviously operational, especially I thought the master post would have been open till 1991, but if that's the case, I've not seen the wooden shutters being left on all the way till 1991. Not unless this one had been well kept and maintained. Yeah, this is a real essence of Scotland you're getting with today's video, folks. We're out in the realest conditions documenting these things. Today, a Cold War ROC bunker, and who knows what next. I was just wanting to get a good shot of this. What a scene of Scotland, and what a scene of the Cold War. Look, I just noticed this detail as well. You can see here there's been stuff bolted on, and these often had copper wires and stuff running right down into the main bunker for the communications and stuff, and to the aerial, all the aerial wires. Yeah, let's head on, folks. The conditions are mad. So there you go, folks, a wee corner of a beautiful Aberdeenshire landscape. We've documented how a storm can come on so quick and go off, and it's been mad to see the Tarland ROC bunker. And yeah, I'll end this short one here. It's been a fun adventure. Goodbye from me, goodbye from Highlander 87. We'll catch you very soon for the next one, wherever I end up going.
Re